Next Monday on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Evil has a few new faces, and Sunnydale is their new home.
So, who do you kill for fun around here?
Now the hunters
They will kill everybody in this room.
have become the hunted.
I've cut the fence.
Nobody gets out, especially the girl.
Look out!
An all-new Buffy the Vampire Slayer next Monday.
Hi guys, welcome back to yet another watch along on Balloon Hair Productions. I'm your master of ceremonies as usual. My name is Marcelo Nostroza, and I'd like to welcome you to my watch along for Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 2, Episode 3, entitled School Hard. I will not be watching this episode alone. I will be joined by a true friend, a fellow writer. So with that, I am pleased to welcome back to the channel my friend Ruben.
How's it going, everybody? Good evening, good day, good morning, wherever you are in the world.
Good evening. Ruben. When this episode came up in our docket, like I was so excited to watch it because this episode essentially introduces two of my favorite characters in Buffy lore, in Spike and Drusilla. So, what were your opinions of those two wackadoos the first time you saw them?
I thought Spike was funny. I remember he has a really cool. No, is it his return entrance that's really cool? Or is it this one when he drives up with the car? Is it this one?
Yeah.
Or is that when he comes back?
No.
Regardless, your question.
No, it's this one. When he hits the sign, it's this one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I've always liked Spike. Spike was always been an interesting character. And once you look at Buffy lore in its totality, he's such an amazing. His arc is so incredible. Again, so many of the characters. Drusilla, I find super fascinating.
Shall we get to the episode?
Shall we?
All right, guys. Just in case if you don't know, in just a few moments, Ruben and I are going to go to our respective places where we are going to watch this episode. So I'm gonna switch over to where I'm watching this episode tonight. Once I get over there, I'm gonna give you guys at home and Ruben a countdown from 3. I'm gonna go in 3, 2, 1, and when I say play, that will be your opportunity to sync up with me and Ruben at home if you choose to watch this episode along with us. All right, so you ready, Ruben?
I'm ready, sir.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh shit!
You good?
I almost clicked close on the window.
Oh shit!
The vampire. I love when they spell vampire with a Y too. Vampire.
Yeah, vampire. It is such a weird thing liking Deep Space Nine as an adult, because every time I see Quark in Deep Space Nine, I don't think of Quark. I think of this guy. It's like I visibly see Principal Snyder tending bar at on the promenade of DS9. It's so strange. But I'm wondering when he actually
smoking.
Yeah. But I'm wondering when he actually shot all this stuff, because Deep Space Nine was
It was going on at the same time, right?
Yeah, so when the hell did he have time to shoot all this?
Because this is probably like season 2 of Deep Space Nine right now, or season 1.
Right? Yeah,
Or
this has to be.
maybe
This has to
season 2?
be maybe season 2. Yeah. So like, when do you think, or how do you think he had time to shoot all this? Because I don't know.
I mean, he doesn't do much in this, so he has, not that he doesn't do much, but he has
A
very
a
small,
minuscule role.
yeah,
right?
very small scenes, and they could probably come shoot the scenes or whatever,
Mhm.
and then the rest of the week work on Deep Space Nine.
Right. Also, they probably did a lot of block shooting with him.
Possible.
Possibly.
Just do all his scenes in a week for the season, you know,
Yeah.
or for like 6 episodes or something, and then you're good. What is
Right.
Xander wearing, bro? What is going on there?
What is
Oh my
going on with the
God,
fashion?
that shirt is wild, man. Widow looks kind of cute,
Yeah,
and
she's
Buffy
got the
looks, Buffy's
suspenders.
always scrumptious. But
Yeah.
Xander looks like he's wearing a parachute. That
Oh
shirt
my
is
God, you're right. It does look like a
it's so
parachute.
puffy and big on him.
Yeah. So, 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 what do you think? What do you think happened with the costume designer in these last 2 episodes?
I don't know. Again, maybe
Yeah,
alcohol.
alcohol.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
thinking
we
of.
were right.
Yeah, some choices are made, and like sometimes shows come to the fashion of the time.
Yeah, they
I
do.
mean, Buffy for the most part, I think holds up pretty well. But
Hmm.
you ever heard that Spike was supposed to be like a throwaway villain? Like he
Yeah,
became
yeah,
like popular
yeah,
and Whedon never
yeah.
liked him.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, James Marsters was talking about that on the Inside of You.
Oh, okay, that's really interesting. That Joss didn't really.
Yeah,
Well,
Joss didn't want to have multiple vampires who were characters like Angel.
oh, okay. Oh,
You know,
okay. I
which
mean,
makes sense. Like,
yeah. I
you
mean,
know,
from that vernacular, I understand it. But I thought you said that Joss didn't like him as a person. I was like,
no. Joss didn't like the idea of vampires being like more than just monsters, aside from Angel, right? I mean, this is
right,
what I've
right,
heard.
right.
Maybe I'm wrong about this, and if anyone is listening,
Mhm.
please correct me. But yeah, supposedly he didn't like it. So Spike was just supposed to be, throwaway kind of villain.
Right.
But then he became popular, and Josh was sort of forced to keep him in,
Hmm.
which is interesting if true.
Right.
Oh my god, this kid.
Oh my God, this kid. That's all I'm gonna say. This kid. I'm gonna be like 99, 98% positive this time around.
If my
Because
annoyance
last
with
time,
this kid grew up into a villain of the season, he grew up
yeah.
into Adam.
Oh my God, that would be great. That would have been great. That would have been really great. Doesn't Spike actually cook this kid at the end of the episode?
Doesn't he what?
Doesn't he actually cook this kid? Doesn't he throw him towards a ball of sun or something? Yeah, I think he does.
Yeah, one weird punch to the face and that dude's out cold.
Yep.
One punch to the back of your head. Like,
Yeah. Boink. You're gone. I guess that guy didn't have his vampire vegetables this morning.
it's interesting to me that the Angel never killed the Slayer.
Are you sure about that?
Well, I don't think it's ever mentioned they killed it because Spike kills too. And it's
Yeah.
brought up a lot. Oh
Yeah,
boy.
he killed that he killed that girl in the 70s in the train on the train.
Yeah, the
And
mom of the principal later.
yeah.
Actually, he killed the Chinese girl
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
yeah, during the Boxer Rebellion.
Mhm.
But Angel never kills the Slayer as far as I know. I mean, I don't know if the comics or something. But
Right. I really, really, really like the way that the actress, decides to take this character with the tone of her voice because it sounds so. eh, She sounds so unhinged.
Yeah. She's so like half in another world, you know.
Right. Yeah, and just so you guys know, this actress doesn't speak like that.
She just recently made a not too long ago a horror movie. She directed.
Yeah. And during COVID, her and her husband were doing like puppet theater uh online via Zoom. It's funny every time that that Spike and Drusilla go to a con together, the fans always ask them for like lines from Buffy, and I heard the actor who plays Spike say one time, I really appreciate that they do that every time we're together, but it kind of drives me nuts.
I mean, you know, after a while, it's just like, oh god, again.
Yeah, not again. That's a great transition. Also, Joyce has a great moment in this episode with an axe.
Find my new cocaine dealer.
Mhm. Also, if they did a Buffy reboot, I'd be really interested to see what um the road that they take Joyce down. Like if Joyce knows that Buffy is a Slayer from the very beginning.
Right, when would they introduce that
Right.
compared to this show?
Yeah, because this show waits a this
Yeah,
this
they
show
take
waits
their
a
time
long
with it.
yeah.
The burden of the hero.
Yeah. It's interesting when this episode started, Willow was wearing, overalls, and now Buffy's wearing overalls.
Right.
That's interesting. Uh, okay, that shirt is a little bit better on Xander, but it's still kind of If Buffy got kicked out of school, her job would infinitely become better because
Yeah,
she
her
wouldn't
life
have.
would be better, really.
Yeah,
Like she could just sleep during the day and then hunt at night. You know?
yeah,
Or vice versa.
yep. Also, like in this rewatch, I'm wondering if the reason that Principal Snyder was such a fucking a-hole towards our Scooby Gang here is because he knew what what the Scooby Gang was trying to keep secret.
Like a student wandered in.
Mm.
Oh, there's a library in the school?
Hmm.
Guy's a serious Ferengi.
Serious rodent. Also, I love how, in several times in the first season and in this season, every now and then the writers make reference to the movie, and that just makes me happy.
Yeah, I like that they kept the movie part of the canon.
Yeah. Did you just say the cow should touch me on Thursday?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I had that shirt. I had that shirt when I was in high school. My grandmother gave me that shirt. I love the fact that Spike is hunting his prey.
They still have the best fucking music at the time.
Music. Oh, so good. I mean, do you think that during the shooting everything was playback, or do you think the bands actually played live? Well, they couldn't have played live. It probably was playback, right?
I mean, like what we're hearing is probably playback. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure the band was probably just playing just without amps on.
Mm-hmm.
Just playing sort of acoustic.
Right. It's funny. It's funny watching Spike now, thinking about where he goes later on.
I like how he sets up this vampire.
Hmm. Hold
Like, all
on.
right, got the Slayer to beat his ass while I watch, so I can see what she's got.
Sorry. Sorry. What'd you say there?
Oh, how Spike sets up this vampire to
Okay.
basically
Yeah.
fight Buffy, so he could watch and learn what she's
Yeah.
all about.
He's like in his first introduction, he's very smart, but I think later on, when he becomes all crazy for Buffy, right? When he wants to get
Yeah,
in her pants, basically, he gets dumb,
yeah, he gets a little dopey sometimes later
corny.
on,
Yeah,
and the
but
chip thing, like,
yeah, it drives him nuts.
yeah, it's like a part of it, like I like it, but a part of it is like, it goes on for so long at a certain point,
Right.
and I'm like, you're a vampire, can't you just rip it out and heal? As long as you don't get staked, you're fine,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Couldn't they just have like he could have had like Angel just stick his hand in there, pull out
Mhm.
brain and everything, just pull the whole thing out.
That's true. But maybe the act of actually reaching into his brain,
Yeah,
going through his brain matter is too painful.
I guess.
But here's a question. So are we saying that vampires in the Buffyverse have pain sensors? They can sense pain?
Yeah, I
Yeah, of
mean
course they can.
for
Yeah, of
sure.
course they
Yeah,
can.
yeah.
Yeah, of course they can. Yeah. No, but I mean, look, as much
Crazy
as
about a cat.
Yeah. This girl is so innocent. She has no idea.
Yeah, she's just a dumbass.
It would, yeah, it would have been funny if this girl would have gone on to be famous.
Like Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, like Pedro, and yeah, it's unbelievable how certain actors start out on like small TV shows and how big they are now.
Yeah, man, you gotta work
Mhm.
work your way up.
Yeah,
Unless you're lucky.
yeah. Also, I really like in this episode how they sort of build up his legend by using the ever so funny and playful Giles exposition.
I mean, Sarah Michelle Gellar did daytime soap operas for a long time before this.
Yeah. And also she was she was a multiple time Emmy winner.
Daytime Emmys?
Yeah, daytime Emmy winner. And if you go back to all the promotional stuff from season 1 of Buffy, they were billing it as Sarah Michelle Gellar, star of Days of Our Lives, was coming to the WB to play a brand new character.
Right.
That's how they
Yeah, she was a big
like
deal.
yeah. Again, finally, he's wearing the right clothes. Look at this.
All right.
Oh my God. 2 centuries of dating. Jesus, 2 centuries of dating after 1 century. I'll just take a gun and just
2 centuries dating, girl.
call it quits, man. Wouldn't you get bored though?
I mean, I feel like you'd sort of become like you'd stop being not stop, but like you just I don't know 200 years, man.
You wouldn't care, but
It's a long time.
but
Well, I feel like vampires would be like bisexual, all vampires, because after a while you'd be like, fuck it, I'm gonna try a guy. Why not? You know, I got another 100 years to go. Like, why not?
Right.
Or you mathematically speaking would run into a person of the same sex. Let's say that you
At
were
some
attracted
point.
to. And I'm sure like other vampires would take it further than that. The more
Right.
evil persuasion.
Right. No, but I mean,
But I feel like you'd want to find another vampire
uh-huh.
to spend
That's
eternity
interesting.
with, not some 16-year-old girl who's going to die on you 40 years later or 50 years later, and then you're like, okay, well,
Yeah.
I guess
What
But
now?
then again, like when you consider that a lot of these stories are male power fantasy stories, they're written by
Mhm.
males, right? They're created by males. Dracula was written by a male. So it was all about him finding his true love, who is now a virtuous 16-year-old girl, while Dracula's like 2,000 years old or whatever, 400 years old or
Right.
whatever.
Mhm.
So when you consider that, it makes perfect sense. These are men writing characters they want to be. They
Right.
want to be the fucking badass 200-year-old vampire who gets the
Mhm.
hot young girl.
No, but I think that's the case for a lot of writers that write characters like this, or write strong characters. Writers write characters within the vein of the people that they want to be.
Right, and write what you know, right? So
Right. I mean, I can only speak myself, but that's what I do.
this calendar is so insanely hot.
Yeah. Oh, Miss Calendar. See, but the fact that Miss Calendar is hotter than a box of rocks, but also the other attractive thing about her is that she's fucking smart.
No, she's so cool, and I love when she gets introduced and she's like, I'm a techno pagan. I'm like, what? Fucking techno pagan?
Yeah, techno.
Okay, I'm gonna name my rock band Techno Pagan.
Yeah.
We're techno pagan.
Pagan.
We're gonna fucking rock your brains out.
Yeah, dude. But but also just another quick word on Miss Calendar. the fact that Joss wrote her to be a broken bird from the very beginning, or fallen bird from the very beginning, is the most cruelest thing that he could have done. I mean, he does worse shit in the series, which we won't talk about.
She's the weed.
Yeah.
That character.
Yeah. Ugh. Jesus.
Sugar? What? I love it. Buffy's so fucking clueless sometimes. It's hilarious.
Yeah. I'm so sorry, guys. Ruben made me crack. I blame him. But you know what? I really love the way that Joss makes I love the way that Joss's voice comes through his characters. I really think that he was blessed as a storyteller, because not everybody can do this, you know?
Yeah, I mean, he came from a family of TV writers.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he obviously absorbed the power too, because
Yeah.
especially around, his golden era, like he did this, and then he did Firefly. Then he did, I'm not a huge fan of Firefly, but like I respect it. Then he did
How do you feel about Dollhouse?
Dr. Horrible was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I've tried watching Dollhouse a couple times. I can't really get into it.
Yeah, I
there's something off about it that I just can't.
Okay.
But what else did he do? Then he started doing weird shit like that Taming of the Shrew or whatever, but like he filmed in his house.
He did much. No, he did Much Ado About Nothing.
Much Ado About Nothing.
Yeah, that was great. He did. He also did.
I mean, I loved the first Avengers. Ultron was terrible.
Yeah.
But by then, Disney owned Marvel, so there's that. Avengers was the last pre-Disney movie, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. The Avengers was a true Paramount production through and through. There's your girl, or our girl, Miss Calendar.
William the Bloody. I also love that I don't know how your high school was, but my principal was again, I wasn't really a bad student. They got a lot of attention like that. But my principal didn't know one student from another. Where it seems like the principal here knows all 10 students that go to the school who never go to the library. My principal never came up to me and was like, "You're going to be in the talent contest." I would have been like, "Fuck no, I'm not going to be in no talent contest." I'm like, "Who the fuck are you? Get the hell out of here."
Who the fuck are you? Get out of my fucking face.
I'm the principal. Great.
My principal, look, I actually interacted with my principal a lot. He was very, very, very nice to me. But I wasn't as much as a loner in high school than I initially planned. Look, my freshman year was awful because I was getting my feet wet. But in the second year of high school, my grandfather was like, "You know what? We need to do something to start opening you up and to start getting you out there a little bit more." So I started going to after school activities. Like I would go to basketball games, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a great shot, by the way.
Yeah.
So great shot. So I started going to basketball games, and then I started getting this reputation, and that's how that I got to know my principal a little bit better. But he was not a dick like Snyder.
Yeah.
I keep thinking that Snyder sounds like a bitter old man, and if he hates students this much, why the fuck is he a principal? Like,
I don't
like
think he hates students. I think he's just grown to hate them over the years. Well, he should
right,
probably retire or something like
right. But
maybe
also,
find a new job.
yeah, but also, like I said before, he probably knows that he probably knows Buffy's secret, doesn't he?
I mean, man, I don't know how half this town doesn't fucking talk about vampires all day, every day, because like
No,
monsters.
no,
Especially
because
later when they introduce like the demon bar and like all this shit. It was like
the
the
demon
floppy
bar.
eared demon guy, the goofy guy, what's his name?
Yeah,
Who like
yeah,
babysits for Dawn sometimes
yeah.
and eats cats or whatever. Like, dude. Or like, I also don't understand because I just finished season 4, and the what is it? Not the division. What do they call it?
Um,
Oh my god,
no.
the initiative.
Well, the initiative.
The government's just like, oh well, shit, that failed. Wrap it up. Let's just leave and never deal with
This shit again.
supernatural superpowers ever again. It's so weird to me. I'm like, that's
So
it.
weird.
They just like fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. Well, yeah.
It's
No,
like
but
if
you know what?
we couldn't stop Russia in a war and we're just like, fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. Just fuck it. But you know what you have said in previous weeks on how convoluted the Buffy lore is. Like, if they ever remake the show, I really think that, like you suggested, I really think that somebody should really clean up the lore of the show.
I mean, I definitely think they would have, or I would hope. Let's put it that way instead, because you never know nowadays.
Right.
Disney had all the time in the world to create an outline for 3 Star Wars movies, and they said, "Fuck it,
Fuck it. Let's just do it. Let's just shoot from the hip, shall we?
yeah." And it's like it makes no sense. You had all the time in the world to really sit there and like plot out a really compelling story from start to finish.
Yeah.
So who knows? But yeah, I would. I mean, I would sit there and at least try to flesh out. I mean, you don't have to sit there and flesh everything out from the beginning, but like to me, the more you flesh out, the better, because at the end of the day, you can always change things. You know what I mean? So you can always bob and weave depending on what you've already said and what have you said. You know?
Right. Yeah.
I kind of think about it with like my D&D when I play with D&D. Like sometimes I want my players to go right, but they never go right. They go left instead, but they never saw what was right. So now I can just move that to the left, and they can come upon it just the same. It's just you're just kind of shifting the puzzle around.
But it's a really good idea when you're crafting story to have a base plan. But like Ruben said, you have your base.
I mean, especially if you're going to spend, what did Disney spend on those movies? $500 million, whatever it was, to make them.
Yeah, they spend a shit ton on those movies. But I really like how you said you can have a plan, but you can always change that plan to serve where your story is going. I really like that. I think that's very insightful.
There's no reason you can't evolve the plan, and if you do it thoughtfully, taking into account what you did before,
right?
You can keep because the other thing is that once a story goes on long enough, no matter what story it is, it's really hard to keep lore straight, and there's always going to end up being like odd little contradictions.
Right.
And so, but the better you have planned, and you can bob and weave with it and keep it straight,
Mm-hmm. I mean, before I took somebody's advice and started outlining my scripts, what I would do is I would write a short story version of the script to basically get the beats of the general story I was trying to tell, and then I would take that short story and hand it into a screenplay.
Right. Oh, that's
Yeah.
very good too. Yeah, definitely. It's great to break down your stories in different ways to get like you can where you can focus on different aspects of it. Outline is
Right.
kind of like the big picture kind of thing.
Mhm.
The short story kind of focuses on just like let's say the main character, and you can have a bigger synopsis that brings in more of the details.
Right.
And then the script itself brings in all the details
Everything.
or as
Yeah.
much of the details as you can.
Mhm.
Um,
I really appreciate that the school in this one instance is lit really well. Cause cause
no, the
cause normally
school like violation after violation in the school. You two should kiss. Who said that? The
we say
perverted
no.
custodian ghost.
Perverted custodian.
He's like, maybe you two broads should kiss. Hey, you broads. Oh my
Oh my
god, it's a ghost.
god. Oh. Oh shit. Did he say fuck? No, he didn't.
It was close. It was close.
Mm. Again, a second ago the lighting was really bright, now it's really dark.
Super dark. I mean, I know they're hiding her from.
That's not alarming at all.
It's Spike.
Spike.
What's up, buddy? Yeah, I'm surrounded by idiots.
That's- and, and the fact that the angel has fucking Xander making a fucking head on that's
Yeah,
just
the whole time. The poor actor.
Xander has to be so fucking nervous right now.
I remember. I don't know why I thought of this, but I can't remember the name of the comic book. It was like an indie comic book that came out about vampires. But
Yeah.
what was the movie? Shit. But basically, the vampires didn't in this universe didn't have fangs.
Uh-huh.
So to
So
drink
what did
blood, this vampire would take around with him a corkscrew and like
Oh wow.
into the back of people's necks and then drink out of it.
Oh wow,
It was super
that's
brutal. Yeah, like, I don't know why.
yeah,
It
that's
was,
really brutal.
is that 30 Days of Night? No, they had fangs.
That's really brutal. Also, like it's really curious to me that after the situation, Principal Snyder didn't give Buffy and the gang some slack.
I mean, see, yeah, exactly. Like,
But I think in the long run, Principal Snyder is just a weaselly little weak man, I guess. It's really great here how Spike notices the difference.
hmm, my Yoda.
My Oh my
Wow.
god! Wow, Jesus!
Cancelled.
Oh my god!
Hashtag cancelled.
Yeah, fuck.
His makeup looks great.
Yeah, it's
So
excellent,
well executed.
excellent.
Ooh, hello.
I just like them.
Just like him.
Guys, I want to be clear. I'm laughing and Ruben is laughing because this is so great. We are not laughing at these
Yeah,
characters.
no,
We're laughing.
we're laughing
We're
because we've watched this so many times. We've caught all these little like
little
funny bit
jokes,
moments and little like
funny bit
perfect little
moments.
yeah. So many good little
Little
moments.
corpse.
Yeah, little character moments.
Doilies and stuff. Also, really good intercutting here, going outside, going into school, and then cutting over to the fight outside, and then just jumping over to the stacks here.
And this is the good pacing and editing of the show.
Yep,
Cutting between three different
scenes. Yeah,
effectively three different sets of
but
groups of people.
yeah, but to physically write this in the script, you have to actually change the scene header every time, right? I mean, to do it the hard way.
I mean, yeah, I guess to do it properly, yeah. I mean, you could do it with you write it all in one scene heading and just say,
Multiple cuts, right?
it's intercutting.
Couldn't you also write that in action? Like, couldn't you just say, uh, like a note to the actual production? All these specific action beats are going to cut from in between one another, or is that really lazy?
I mean, you could do it that way to make it easier on yourself, so you don't have to be doing scene headings constantly.
Mhm.
Um,
Here's the
I
moment,
feel like that's just a more efficient way of doing it. I don't know.
right? Here's the moment where I suspect that Snyder knows more than he's telling.
I mean, it's also interesting too because you could you could use the constant scene heading breaks to your advantage if you really know what you want it to look like.
Oh yeah, that's right.
If you want to leave it more vague for the director to kind of and editors to kind of figure it out. I don't know. It's interesting. I think you can definitely do it both ways.
Yeah. That's not very also this
Oh,
is the
here it is.
moment
Yeah,
that
yeah,
yeah, yeah. This is the moment where I believe Snyder knows more than he lets on. Yeah.
gang related PCP.
Nice and neat. Very nice and neat. Mhm. Gotta love Joyce, man. Gotta love Joyce.
I can almost feel like the Watchers should provide the Slayer with private
And
tutoring so she doesn't have to go to high school.
oh my god.
Watchers aren't very useful.
No.
And I absolutely hate. I don't know if it's my least favorite episode of Buffy, but it's an episode that irritates me so much.
What is it?
We'll talk about it after. Let's let the episode finish.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's almost over anyway.
Yeah, it's almost over.
Yeah. Did she hit you? Did she hit you? Oh, so good. Just
And Spike is really like in
he's a child. Yeah.
Spike is interesting too because in this modern age where we talk a lot about toxic masculinity and stuff like that, because again his arc is so wild and it's so based on him being hurt by women.
Right.
You fail. Shut the fuck up, you little kid. What can this kid even do? Like, why does anyone listen to this kid? I don't get it. They just call him the anointed one. Like, great, but he never does anything. He never has any powers. He never
No, he just whines. So,
he just speaks and people listen. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, who cares?
Yeah, this is the episode.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. This is where Joss wised up.
This is my only question I would have for Joss Whedon if I ever got to talk to him. What the hell is up with that kid and Buffy? What was the whole point? Who thought it was a good idea? Was that the network forcing a kid on you? Was that like the producer saying, I want my son in the story?
Right. That would be a really good question. But listen, regardless of what you think of Joss as a
Is that the last time we see the kid?
Yeah.
He's just up in that cage forever?
No, he's dust. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he got dusted.
Yeah, he dusted him.
I never noticed that before.
Are you being serious right now? Wait a minute! Stop the presses. Were you just being serious right there? You never noticed?
Man, you know what? I don't know. I guess because they cut away so fast, I never really thought about the fact that he fucking dusted his ass, and then should have shown a little dust falling too.
Right. I mean, technically, if Spike didn't dust him up there, do you think the kid would have? Do you think the whatever the fuck he is would have died like of starvation?
I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't know if or I don't know if it's like Vampire Diary vampires that they don't die of starvation, or I guess they start going mad and shit, don't they? I mean, I guess every vampire would die of starvation.
That's a really interesting question.
But
damn,
another great episode. I love that episode.
Yeah.
Spike, Drusilla are now a part of the Buffyverse
family. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, actually, this was a great episode. In the comment section below, tell us what you liked about this episode, or tell us what you didn't like about this episode. But before we go away, Ruben, if the folks at home want to catch you on the interwebs and hear about your different musings as you go through life, where could they go and do that?
I post most of my musings on Twitter at rmartian, just like right there.
But listen, Ruben, it's always a grand pleasure having you here. You're welcome back anytime.
Hell yeah. I love Buffy. I'm always happy to do this with you, my brother. Thank you for inviting me.
All right, Ruben. So we'll say goodbye to you and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, sir. Have a great evening.
All right, you too. All right, guys. So that does it for my watch along of Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 2, Episode 3, entitled School Hard. Until next time, I'll see you when I see you.
So much happened here, and so much is about to.